Hello, everyone. It's Sunday, and here we are visiting once again. And I'm welcoming you to the Advancement Center and the world of magic and miracles. And boy, do I have miracles to share with you today. But first, a special welcome to Vidi Jones, who just moved yesterday to be closer to the Advancement Center headquarters here in Santa Barbara, California. In fact, Vidi is my inspiration for today's focus, the family of man. We are family. And Simeon suggested that I show you this. That's the Earth Mother. And she is on display at the Roerich Gallery in New York City. The Earth Mother. I guess I do feel like a mother. Yeah. Now, Vidi has been a constant in our celebrations here at the Advancement Center after every broadcast, but always on the screen. Yeah. Now there will be more in-person celebrations. Now, uprooting after decades is no small task. I can attest to that. And Loving Rescue by Kathleen and Adrian on 2 weekends made the move smooth. Can you imagine uprooting, packing, deciding, giving away, what to save, it's a headache. Yeah. And they got everything in order. So when David, Vidi's son, and our beloved David drove up in a rental car and then rented a truck that they all packed together and decided that Adrian will drive with David in the truck and Kathleen will drive Vidi in a comfortable car. And they're here. David and Vidi in Solvang. Welcome, Vidi. Yes, we are the Advancement Center family, and I was prompted to find words that represent family to me. So I got out my pen and I wrote these words: family, trust, safety, able to breathe deeply, relax, protection, warmth, cooperation, trustworthiness, good news shared, calm, call upon each other, honesty, open conversation. We have it all. And by the way, geographic location, doesn't have anything to do with the advent of family of man. Ever since the advent of the internet and the magic and miracles of everyone having the opportunity to have a friend like I have in Latvia, in Turkey. I've never even thought of Turkey before. And then President Trump went there. But my broadcast brought us together. She tunes in every Sunday. And we share photographs and stories, and all distance dissolves. How beautiful. So that's underlying my whole feeling today, that we are a family of man and mankind. Don't forget the kind. Now, David, Adrian, and Genya's broadcast appeal to persons around the globe. The interest truly creates a family of man. The Advancement Center personifies a true internetting of hearts. Friends also protect one another from harm and interruption of life's wonders. That's a true friend. It has your health and wealth and wholesome being always in focus. Now, are you familiar with Substack? Let me share Renette's story with you. Now, I've known Renette for years. She always has an up-to-the-minute, viable concern for the safety and welfare of everyone. And she ran for governor of California, and without success, I wish she had, and was the mayor of Nevada City for several terms. And can you imagine when I came across her Substack, because she's always talking about the skies and make sure that it's clean and free of all contaminants. But this time, I looked at her Substack and I did not budge. I heard every word, because the words out of her mouth were a sudden urge to die and the invisible killer behind it. Oh my God. And then she goes on to say, what happened to me could be happening to others right now. Now I'm talking to my family without borders. And I hear this, I have got to share this with you. So she goes on to write, and by the way, if you would like me to send you a copy, I will be glad to do that. But she starts off with, this is one of those Substacks I genuinely don't like writing, but I know it's too important not to. So she writes, recently I experienced a chemical exposure that could have cost me my life. I won't go into the details here because I want you to hear the story in my own words, but I can tell you this. What happened to me is not rare, and it has taken other lives. Most Americans have no idea how common their exposure to this chemical and others like it is. While these toxins have been banned or strictly regulated across much of Europe, Americans are still exposed to them in ways that are hidden in plain sight. Inside homes, salons, construction sites, and even everyday products. Across the Atlantic, the regulatory picture is markedly different. In Europe, chemical safety frameworks under the European Chemical Agency and the Directive 2005-59 EC have moved to restrict this class of chemicals in consumer market products. Have I got your attention? Yet, here in America, many of these everyday uses remain legal and under-regulated, leaving vast blind spots in public awareness and personal protection. Not just at work, but in homes, job sites, and products we bring into our everyday lives. We're living with risks that aren't being talked about, and that silence is costing lives. Now, I'm on the road to recovery, but I want you to understand the signs, because what happened to me isn't making headlines. And that's precisely why we need to talk about it. We are family. And that gave me the impetus. I had to share this with you. And if you'd like, I'll forward the Substack to you so that you can know it, share it, and live it. And I couldn't stop watching her because she's so forthright and wonderful. In fact, she even brought up an ancient memory. When my brother used to work with model airplanes, I used to love to put my fingernail in the balsam wood, and he had the glue. And my mother used to come to the door and said, "Don't breathe that stuff in." And we kind of listened. But all of a sudden, my mother was on the right track. And here is Renette's story. She was working in restoring a cabin and that they were going to rent out. And she's working hard and plugging holes and painting and shellacking and doing whatever she has to do. And all of a sudden she has this thought, I just want to kill myself. And had a deep, terrible feeling. It's almost unspeakable. She was using an oil-based paint. And one of the chemicals, I don't even know if it's on the label, I pray they are, but it's called toluene. Toluene. Yeah. Chemical exposure causes suicidal tendencies. It's found in model airplane glue. She even had a friend who did kill herself. So we're a family. We celebrate, we love, and we take care of each other. And also, in tiny, tiny, tiny print, where this is sold, toluene, it says can cause birth defects. Wow. Paint, glue, and the big thing that she talked about was nail polish. She said, if you're pregnant, don't use nail polish because they know that if they test the cuticle and any of that nail polish has touched it, within minutes, it's in your bloodstream. So you can be sure that I contacted my granddaughter, Danielle, who's going to make me a great grandma in March. And I said, whatever you do, Danielle, don't use nail polish. And I hope I didn't scare her too much, but that's a scare that must be told. And if we're family, we protect each other. So, by the way, it goes on and on. There is so much material that you'll never hear about because it gets in the way of the profit. So, prudent protection is necessary. Where there's chemical toxicity in the air. We're family. If you see a child run out into the street, you don't care. You run out and grab that kid. Well, I'm running out and grabbing every one of you to check the labels. Don't use nail polish. And share this information with everyone. It's important. And if you like, I'll forward that Substack to you. So, my mom was right. She said, don't breathe that in. So it's found in paints, paint thinner, lacquer, varnishes, shellac, adhesives, model airplane glue, and nail polish. Wow. So I made Danielle promise no more nail polish. And the only good paint that I found are pastels. So this is what I did this week. More reflections. I hope you like it. I'm so glad that I'm a member of this wonderful family and that you're all here with me. So together, let's go and have an amazing week until we meet again. And I wish you a perfect life with perfect health and an amazing future. Thanks for joining me. I am Barbara.